I realized when I was young, I got a development deal for Disney when I was, I think I was 25, 26. Mm-hmm. And I got this development deal, and all of a sudden they gave me like, I think it was like $100,000. And I had money in the bank. I was like, this is crazy. Because I felt
how old were you at that?
I was like 26, I think,
yeah.
and I was it was a development deal for a television show, and all of a sudden I had money. Like my whole life I was poor, and my whole life I was like wondering how I was gonna. When I was on my own, and it was like how am I paying the bills? How am I eating? You know, I remember like taking like a loose jar of change and counting it all out so I could go to Subway and get a sandwich. You know, like that kind of shit.
You don't forget that kind of shit.
You don't forget that kind of shit. But then the moment I got that check, I remember feeling light.
Yeah.
Like weight had been lifted off me. Like now I didn't have to worry about my rent. Now I didn't have to worry about food. Mm-hmm. And I remember thinking immediately, oh, this is the key. Get to that place where you're not worried about bills, because that shit hanging over your head causes stress that fucking ruins lives. Yes. It ruins people.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, okay, now the most important thing is fucking keep going.
Yeah.
Like, make sure you don't lose any ground here and keep going. Because now you know what it's like to be successful. Continue that. Do whatever the fuck you have to do, whatever work you have to put in, continue that.
Yeah.
And then when I got to a place where I felt like I have enough money that I feel really secure, then I started to learn how to be happy. But in the beginning, it was just drive. It was just all go.
Yeah.
And it was just very selfish thinking. You know, I'm just thinking only on what I'm trying to do.
But that's all we know. But especially if you grow up broke, and it's the thing that you make up your mind, I feel, and it's the same thing that happened to me. I made up my mind, like, I'm broke today, but one day I'm never going to be broke. And I will never fucking go back to being broke. At least I'm going to do all I can not to be broke. So when you have that mentality, you have the blinders on.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, this is the way you're thinking. This is until I think we get a little older and we achieve the success, we understand, then it starts to go like this a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I got to ask you something. I heard this, and I always wanted to confirm it with you. You started early with martial arts.
Yeah.
Right? And you said there was this great quote, and it was something like, it was martial arts, I think, that gave you the confidence to know that, oh, wait, I'm not going to be broke one day, or something like that. Is that right?
Realized, martial arts was the first thing that I realized, like, oh, I'm not a loser.